Let's warmly welcome Ms. Tania Sikdar. Tania is currently serving as the manager at CESC Limited. Also, she serves as the executive assistant to the managing director. She specializes in digital transformations, sustainability initiatives, actionable analytics, and business strategy. After starting her career with Asian Paints, she earned a PGDM from the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, and a BE in Computer Science and Engineering from Jadavpur University. Tania strategically leverages digital technologies to achieve business excellence. Ms. Tania Sikdar will present a talk on energy efficiency. So let's welcome Ms. Tania.
Today I will be talking on energy efficiency in the Indian context. To me, energy efficiency, if I simply put, energy efficiency means how I maximize output for a said energy input. And along with that, it brings a lots of good things like, how you reduce your GHG emissions, how we are reducing the need for imported energy, which is currently a huge burden for our country. So if we look at the transport sector, it's a good example where we see electric cars and hybrids are gaining popularity. They not only use less fuel but also have zero tailpipe emission. Now, why are we talking about energy efficiency? Because there is a positive correlation between energy demand and GDP. So as a country, as our GDP increases, our energy consumption will increase and GHG emissions will accordingly increase too. Energy demand is also linked with growth in population and rapid urbanization. Now, how do we decouple this? Because the growth of economy cannot be compromised. At the same time, GHG emissions needs to be taken care of. So, firstly, in very fast-growing nations like India and China, there is a shift from industrial to service-based economics, and that is going to, decrease the energy intensity of GDP. Secondly, obviously, is renewables. We all know that renewables will play a bigger role in this. It is the way to future. And thirdly, energy efficiency through electrification is going to be a game changer, as electric energy has the capacity to meet the need of diverse sectors. Transport sector is a great example. So this is how we are going to decouple it. As our GDP grows, our energy demand will grow, but gradually. Let's look at the history of energy efficiency regulations in India. Energy efficiency or conservation is not a very new phenomenon. It started way back in 1970 after the first oil crisis. Then the government thought of creating a separate department for petroleum oil. Later, they thought that why we will confine ourselves with oil only, let's take other forms of fuel also within the ambit. So they formed a department called Energy Management Center in the late 80s. In 2001, Energy Conservation Act was passed, which is the first stepping stone towards the energy efficiency journey in India. And this helped in the establishment of Bureau of Energy Efficiency in 2002. Bureau of Energy Efficiency brought in various initiatives. One example is launching of ECBC, that is Energy Conservation Building Codes in 2007. The next stepping stone was the enactment of National Action Plan on Climate Change in June 2008. It's shortly called NEPCC. NEPCC has 8 parameters. One of them is energy efficiency. And due to this, NMEEE, that is National Mission on Enhanced Energy Efficiency, was launched in August 2009. Accordingly, EESL was also formed in 2010. If we see how the post-NMEEE era is, we will say that there are many projects which are working on having higher impacts on energy intensity. Now, let's look at the regulatory framework. At the national level, for energy and efficiency, we have the policy-making body like DEE, as well as EESS, which is the implementation partner. At the state level, we have ECRCs as well as state nodal agencies which shape the state level policies. We also have various supporting institutions like, providing financial support like Tata Cleantech, IRIDA, etc. We also have the Bureau of Indian Standards ensuring quality. Together, this network is working towards making energy use more efficient and sustainable. In one of the just few minutes back, I said that creation of Bureau of Energy Efficiency is one of the stepping stone or was a key milestone. The reason behind, in each portfolio, it has 5 activities. Number 1 is awareness generation. Through awards and through competition, it is building awareness towards energy efficiency. Number 2 is star rating. We see many appliances having 3 star, 5 stars. So this DEE only brings this labeled appliances. Number 3, it also takes care of building codes and bringing various guidelines for bringing in building related energy efficiency. Number 4, it also is taking care of the demand side management on the agriculture as well as municipality part. The most important is that Bureau of Energy Efficiency is also taking care of NMEEE, which I told earlier, that is National Mission on Enhanced Energy Efficiency. Under National Mission of Energy Efficiency, there is a scheme called PAT, that is Perform, Achieve and Trade Scheme, which is focused mostly on large-scale energy-intensive industries. The scheme is very simple. They have identified various designated consumers which are large energy consuming industries. They had been given some targets, and based on that targets, if they outperform, they will be given energy saving certificates, and that can be traded in energy exchanges. And these designated consumers who will not be able to achieve the target, they can buy it from the exchanges. The scheme has undergone several cycles. With every cycle, they have increased their ambit and they have brought in, different sectors, and they have expanded their scope. Currently, it's running on the 7th cycle, covering around 1073 industries from 13 sectors, which represents around 50% of primary energy consumption. There are various sectors that are included, starting from aluminium, cement, iron and steel, textile, etc. Now, how this industrial decarbonization on energy efficiency will happen? There are 2 primary ways. Number 1 is enhanced electrification, like industries converting their processes, automating their processes more, and conversion of less efficient fuel with cleaner options like electricity. And second is obviously the adoption of renewable energy. Now, at CESC, I will talk a little about CESC also. What are the various initiatives that we have adopted? Most of our substations have solar rooftops for RE generation to meet the auxiliary consumption. We have established several buildings, office spaces, substations and receiving stations, and have converted them to certified green buildings, which takes care not only the energy efficiency, but also it takes care of other measures like water conservation, waste management, etc. We have an umbrella campaign that's called Live Free, Breathe Free, where we are promoting electric vehicles, as well as we are co-creating the EVCS infrastructure for our city. We also keep on promoting electric cooking amongst our consumers. Many commercial establishments, mostly hotels and restaurants, have transformed to electric cooking. I'd also like to mention that we have also set up battery energy storage system as well as, a microgrid in the recent past as our commitment to broader sustainability agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Tania, for sharing your views on energy efficiency.